Hello everyone. I, Prakhar Garg, will be your host for the session Be Inspired by Mr. Viral Shah. Mr. Viral Prakash Shah is a key member of TCS Ion Business Unit at Tata Consultancy Services. He has worked in 4 startups in his career. Coming from a strong product and technology background, during his tenure with TCS Ion, he had been a key stakeholder in conceptualization of unique IT as a service business model on all TCS Ion market-facing products. He is a key architect of a large portfolio of TCS Ion solutions, which includes close to 100 solutions built on various technologies and complex architectures. Under his leadership, TCS Ion Solution Engineering has delivered 14 large solutions including education, manufacturing, and energy. Additionally, 50 plus complex technology frameworks and a robust horizontal business analytics layer have been developed under his leadership. All of them are built from scratch and 100% TCS IPR. He loves designing complex solutions, and whiteboarding is his favorite tool. He believes that the most complex problem can be solved very easily when you see the larger perspective. He has filed nearly 75 patents worldwide during his tenure with TCS Ion Business Unit. His research area includes various business processes of education domain, including assessment marking and various complex technology architectures, designs, algorithms, including mobile and security. I now invite Mr. Viral Shah to come and share with us his innovation stories and inspire young minds to create new solutions. Welcome, sir.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Prakhar, for a quick introduction. So today, I just want to share a quick journey of what I have been through in my life in this innovation journey, and I would like to share it with all of you. So I always wanted to be a doctor, okay, in my life. Okay, I'm a kind of a misfit here in this domain. But when I was a child, you always have a dream, right? You must have a dream of some sort. Someone wants to be a doctor. Someone wants to be going to NASA and fly rockets and other things. So I always aspired to be a doctor in my childhood, right? But it is not possible that all of your dreams will be fulfilled in your life. So I did not get the admissions into the medical institutions in my 12th grade, and there are many reasons behind it. I was not happy with the education systems, and you always, when you fail, you always have various reasons to tell people, right, that why it did not happen, why you are only the guy who did not get the admission, etc. So we all have this mindset, right? So I went into the, it was year 2000, 2001, where I was very disturbed and very, I would say that it was kind of everything is not worked for you in your life, and you always wanted to be a doctor. Now you have to choose something on engineering side. And the people were saying at that time that computer science is a big area at that time in year 2000. And I decided to choose to go to computer science for my engineering. uh, First lesson that I learned is, look, uh, if something doesn't happen, it doesn't mean that it's end of life. You must think that something else bigger and better waiting for you, and that is what happened to me. So when I went to college, I was very sad faced, not at all interested in my studies, etc. Because again, everything was hitting back to me that you always wanted to be a doctor, you could not be a doctor, right? So this is what it started. I started getting in first semester, second semester, always, you know that when you go to from the school to the engineering, it is always difficult semester, because suddenly a huge heavy load of books and everything comes to you. I fared okay. I did not get good marks, or I was kind of, we had a class of 45, and I was actually coming 43rd or 44th in the class. I never had a AT-KT or remedial exam, but I was always in the second last or last in the classroom who passed the first, second semester, right? What happened that people start taking you very lightly, right? Because you are not of that nature, because you are always having a great academic life in the school. And suddenly, because you lost the interest in everything, it happens that now what happens is people start taking you very lightly. People don't respect you. People think that, yeah, he is on a borderline case, he may get failed and other thing. And people were laughing at me at my college, saying that, look, this is the guy who came the last. People were saying that, oh, will he come last or will he fail this time? So that triggered me that, boss, I'm not like this, right? It is not that it's just you have lost interest. It doesn't mean that you will give opportunity for people to talk about you and other things. I started gearing up from my third semester. I completed my engineering as seventh rank in the university. So this is a big lesson that I have learned in my life, that when something shattered, I'm telling you something great is waiting for you, right? And it is continuous. It is not that once or twice it will happen. This challenges will come to your life every now and then. I'll share, after my college, I was very happy that I completed my engineering with university in top 10 and so forth, right? Now, finally, it's a job time now, right? And people say that don't do job, you go to US and do your masters and other thing. Again, the second learning is don't listen to people. Okay, people are there to provoke you. Some people have a different idea about you, but it is at the end you who have to decide what is right and what is good for you and for your future, right? I always have something in my mind that I always want to be in India, and I want to do something for India. That is always a trigger and a kick inside me when I was studying. So I chose not to go to US, even though I had every single opportunity to be uh, to go to US, do MS, and settle there as a and live a good life, right? I decided to stay back in India. I joined a small firm in Ahmedabad. I belong to Ahmedabad. I joined a small firm in Ahmedabad. It was a firm which was doing outsourcing work for US healthcare industry. And we were in 2001. I joined my first job. I got 7,000 rupees as my package. Okay, so nowadays everyone thinks 7,000 rupees. What is that all about, right? Everyone thinks that I should be given 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. When I see the youngsters, they always talk in lakhs, and I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that, etc. We were not like that. Okay, so I got 7,000 rupees compensation. I was living in my hometown, absolutely fine. We were more focused on the work, what work I was doing, whether I'm learning in my first job or not. I was very excited. Money is never a priority and should not be a priority for anyone. You should be focused on learning, and that is the most important thing. The first job which you do, you must ensure that you slog and you do wonderful time by learning very complex things and many other things. I still believe that whatever technology I learned, it was my first 1.5 years, 2 years of my career, and my mentors were superb, and we had an amazing fun time in that small company. 2002 years started again. The moment you start settling in your life, everything is good, happy, and other things. You start thinking that it's all great going, and suddenly something happens which you believe that it is again, you are struck back. In 2002, you know that this US attack happened, that World Trade Center attack happened, and the entire economy went down. Our US firm closed down because they did not have money to sell the products. Suddenly, just imagine you are going to a company, like you are working for 13, 14 hours a day, very hard working. You've learned big things. Made a big product for US healthcare industry, and suddenly you are going to company and you are hearing that, look, we don't have money to spend now. Our US company is impacted, and your company is closed down. Don't come from tomorrow. What will you do? I'm just asking today's youth what they will do. There are many negative trends will start nowadays in social media. This happened to me. You start for empathy. You feel that people should talk to you. Nothing, right? At the end, you matter. And then what is your next step matters. Going to a social media and saying that this happened to me, people will give you sympathy comments and all this thing. This is not going to change anything in your life, correct? So I it was very disturbing time, believe me. I just want to tell you guys, you have no value of what job means in your life, because you might not have seen this kind of terrible time. facing social pressure is also big time challenge. You go to some relatives house, what you are doing nowadays, your engineering is over, you are a ranker in your university, what are you doing? You will say that I am at home, I don't have a job. What will happen? Now many people will come, they will show sympathy and other thing. That's a terrible place to be in, right? So you don't want to be in that mode. And again, you have to fight back. Like I told you, not being a doctor is not end of life. Losing a job is also not end of life, right? You have to get up. You have to make sure that you do something bigger and better again. And that is what I did again. I went. There was some interview going on in Mumbai from TCS, and it was just 1.5 years experience, two and a half years experience for me. I came to Mumbai and I got selected in TCS. I would share a funny incident when I came to TCS in Mumbai. They gave me a form. It was, I think it was called as a green form or something. That green form, it asked me that what is your existing salary. As I mentioned to you, there was a box where I had to write my salary, and there was a unit called LPA. No, I did not know what is LPA. LPA stands for lakhs per annum, right? So I wrote 84 in that. Okay, and HR called me and say, you have 84 lakhs per annum salary package, 1.5 years. I said, no, ma'am, I get 7,000 rupees, which is 84,000 rupees, which is less than 1 lakh. So I don't know what to put. So I put 84,000. So she was also laughing, but this is where I started my journey. And again, salary never mattered. It matters. What matters is the work, what you're doing, how you are constructing your life, how you are actually shaping up your learning, and what you want to do matters the most in my view. I started my journey in TCS. It was again the second time it was a third life, I would say. One was engineering, one was losing a job, and then the third, again, a steady step job started. The challenge is Mumbai started. We were staying in a small hall room kitchen. And nowadays, if I ask people, where are you staying? Oh, sir, I'm staying in this 3 BHK, 4 BHK. You should see the life where people are living in Mumbai, right? It is a real struggle. And that's very important part of your life, actually. If you're not seen that life, okay, then you will not have a value of things that you're getting in your life, in my view. So we were staying, we were very happy, we were kind of saving money, we were enjoying the life. I was having my room partner who was also my batchmate, and we were staying together. When I gradually moved my journey in TCS, another big aspect started coming. Okay, people said, oh, you are in 2 years and you're not gone to US yet, you're not gone to on-site yet. What are you doing here? You cannot be working in India projects, so on and so forth. Again, you are in the area of people telling you something, your roommates telling you something, and can you change your flow of work just by people telling you this? You should not. And if you start doing it, actually you are hurting your career. You are hurting every single dream that you have constructed, right? So my sincere suggestion is roommates are great. Roommates are great friends. They have their own career. You have your own career. Okay. Never impose their decisions on your career. Otherwise, absolutely you are going to screw up everything that in your life. Right. So I was very happy. I asked myself that every day there is a pressure. Why have you not gone on site? Why have you not gone on site? This friend is going to US. This friend is going to UK. This friend is going to Singapore. You are staying and working in a project which is India based. So is it wrong? If I ask myself, am I learning enough? Am I getting opportunity? Am I getting innovation opportunity? Am I able to do whatever I want to do it? I want to learn it. And answers to all these questions were great. Yes. Then why? What is the problem in me that why I should be worried about whether going to on-site is important or not, right? And I told myself that look, stay away from this, okay, and just focus on your work. You cannot be influenced by anyone, okay, because it is your career. They are not going to come if you go to US and it's some support maintenance project where you have to solve someone else's code defect rather than working here in something bigger and better is much important for my career at this moment rather than going to US. And that's a decision that I take. took many people who took releases from the project, fought with the project managers, etc. And it was a deadly stuff, right? I chose to stay on my path, and I must say that this company has given tremendous opportunity of growth, at least in my case. And I've seen everyone who has been there with me, if they have gone early in their career, they have not grown as much as I have grown in my life. Because you see a temporary benefit. Yes, if you go to US, you will earn some more money, surely for short term. But what would happen to your position? What would happen to um, um, uh, your position perception in the company, whether you are a good guy or not? So this is what is very important aspect, that everyone's life is different, everyone's career is different. You just have to make sure that you're taking the right decision and not with anyone else, whether it is relative or whether it is friends or whether it is roommates. It is your career. This is what I want to give a quick advice to every one of you. This is very important. 2007, it was nearly six years of my career, and again a big recession. So this was the fourth wake up call. Now after 2002, the market came up, economy came up, and 2007, I'm very sure that everyone knows that it was a big recession worldwide. Came in, the companies like Xerox, etc., shut down. Many things happened at that time, right? And companies like TCS were so strong that they decided that will not lay off any single person, and they stayed invested. And that was the stepping stone for TCS Ion. 2007, we formed a unit called Small and Medium Businesses, and it was mainly for providing IT system for small and medium enterprises. Again, at that time, it was a very difficult time. There were no increments, no promotions. Nowadays, if people do not get increment and promotion, I've seen that I want release or I'm resigning because I'm going to another company. This company is not for me. Just see such a short sightedness that people have today. And the moment they are unhappy, they go to social media. It happened to me. My manager told me that there is no increment. What is a bad company I am in? All this thing happened today. Today, I just want to tell you, I may sound a bit outdated. I don't have uh, Facebook login. I don't have Twitter login. Neither I have any social media, Instagram or anything. I don't have it because I believe that that's super waste of time, and the kind of negativity which is being created today, the kind of false information which is floated right now, people have used it as a medium to just say anything and everything without any validation. So I want to stay away for it, and it has paid up so well for me because I'm able to focus well on what I want to do it. I'm able to spend very good amount of time with my family because that is what is saving time for me, right? And if you look at every single guy today I've seen in office, people do not take their lunch just to do some WhatsApp and Facebook during the lunchtime. And that's killer, right? Because you are not focused, because you are envy of someone else's success. Someone is showing big time. I've gone to US. I'm this is my photograph from JFK airport. People are influenced by this just by being at JFK airport. And if you're cleaning over there, it is not a great proud moment, right? What you're doing is more important than just going to JFK airport in US and say, I have landed in US, right? So this is very important. And nowadays, after so much maturity, I can remember those funny incident. I call it as a funny incident, like I wanted to be a doctor, but I was disheartened. These are all funny moments now, right? Once you understand that it is not important, what is important is your decision and what you do at that time. Never give up. Every single failure is giving you a great opportunity, bigger and better, and that is 100% proven in every single instance in my life. Coming back, 2007 was another big tough year. Nothing was happening. Every company's financial position was not great. We stay invested, and then we started SMB journey. Believe me, we were all thrown in a product development aspect. We were all working in a global consulting practice in GCP. We were going for consulting assignments for large companies, and we were $150 per hour, etc. was the kind of rates at that time. And suddenly you have been thrown in an industry where your customers are going to pay you 3,000 rupees per user per month kind of a model. Just imagine how much unlearning is required when you venture into something else. So never think that when you are starting something new, you are a big boss, you know so many things. Start believing that you have to learn so many things, you don't know anything. Unlearning is the key key here. When you start a new job, new project, new unit, you have to make sure that you are a true learner at that time. We started unlearning so many things. We enjoyed interacting with so many small and medium enterprises. We were so excited. We started building 7 ERPs for small and medium enterprises in 2007 to 2011. We put nearly 600 people team, and we were all very happy that look, now TCS has come into this area and it is all rosy journey, great thing. It's a SME, the big market. Again, someone will slap you, right? And that will happen to you. 2011, we struggled significantly in making sure that this multi-tenancy architecture is scaling, the scalability, performance, data center was new, cloud was new, uh, everything was new to us. And at one point in time, we had a scenario that every day, 2 times data center was going down. Humongous number of defects were coming. Teams were leaving. They were burning. They were quitting. So many things. And suddenly, you were living a very happy life for 2, 3 years of very hard work. Again, you will start seeing that there is absolutely dark now. What will I do? Will TCS continue this unit? What will happen tomorrow? Will I lose the job? And it see what happens is when it happens to you and you are leading the initiative, the fear of failure is very big. You will feel that this group went down because of you. And just imagine that feeling sets in. You will not be able to sleep in the night because it's very difficult to accept the failure, right? Again, we had to pull up. I must say, brilliant engineering team and the guys who have been there like a rock with us since 2007 to 11. Every single lead in engineering has supported so well. They believed that it is their product, it is their passion, and we got up again. And I'm telling you, something happens to your life which is absolutely not designed actually. When you put so much hard work, something will pay off for you. Absolutely something will pay off. So suddenly assessment, we decided that we want to build an assessment engine, and we thought that we TCS has already one small IPR available. Can we use that IPR build an assessment business? And from that day onwards, we have kicked off our journey. And after that, TCS Ion has never looked back. Assessment, you know, our credentials, more than 220 million assessments till now. Huge number of IPR patent. We have nearly 130 patents now in our kitty. Lot of Tata Innovista awards, TCS Innovista awards. And do you think that 2011 to 2020 was an easy journey? Absolutely not. Every single day there is a fight, there is a challenge, but we have understood how to solve it. We know that just sitting like this in your office saying that what happened to me, why it happened to me, why I'm the only one which has happened to me, nothing is going to change the way it is going on, right? You have to get up and say that I will change it. I will have a courage to change it. I have a passion to change it. I have hard work to do it. And there is absolutely no second alternative to the hard work. You cannot expect that tomorrow you start the job, you will be sent to US tomorrow, you will earn millions of dollars, you come back, you will live a happy life, you will have a 4 BHK apartment in Mumbai. Yes, this can happen, but you have to make it happen. And it is not going to happen overnight. You have to work very hard, you have to be very passionate, you have to be very truthful to what you are doing is very, very critical in my view, right? And we all had a journey started after that, which was assessment journey, then marking journey started, learning started. We have now invested in our own hardware called paper device, iLeon OS, iLeon device, so and so forth. Learning hub came in, marker hub came in. Every year now we are putting 4 or 5 big IPRs, which are big products in the market, right? And that is the journey started. 2019 was a marquee year where I personally got a Serial Innovator Award from Tata Group, which was the highest recognition in Tata Group, one of the highest individual recognition in Tata Group. And we were so proud that if you look at the journey, it's a journey of hard work, passion, belief, and want to do something, right, in our life. Still, I believe that I'm a big learner, okay, and I just don't want to say that I've learned everything, I've achieved so many things in the life. It is still continuing. Now we are starting another big journey for small and medium enterprises, how to shape up the platform for that, and many other things. I'm very sure that the challenges are waiting for us, and we have to get back. We have to run. Yes, there may be I would say that I would have quit TCS at least 10 times, because every such incident of negativity can trigger you that leave it, what is there. You can go in some other organization, you will have a peaceful, calmful life, and you will be triggered to that, right? But it is up to you whether you want to do it or not. So just to summing up, I know that I've overshot of time a bit, but work very hard. Be having have a very strong goals in your life. Go for it. Do not listen to your roommates and others who are actually influencing your life and try to derailing you. They are all good people. Don't worry about it. But your career is very different. And just make sure that you are on your path. And I'm 100% sure that success will be yours. Okay. Try to be original. Try to do on your own and build a very good team. Okay. Who can support you and who can be with you and the time of when you need them the most. So thank you so much. I thought I'll share a small journey, and that's it from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Viral Shah, for the insightful talk. I'm sure it will inspire young minds across India and help in creating innovative solutions in the future. Thank you for watching. Please share your feedback and stay connected. There are many more interesting sessions on your way.